There we go. And we are live. Woo! What's up, everybody? I'm going to test my volume levels again because it's been a long time since I've done this setup. It's been a whole week. But we're back with more Arydia, the path we dare tread. And this time, we are finishing up the quick start guide. We just had one or two more little bits to get through. I wouldn't call quick start the right terminology here. Anyways, we're gonna finish that up and get going on the actual games. Let's go ahead and grab this manual right here so we can get this going. And oof, that's not an amazing view. Let's turn that down to there. You don't need to see the mess that is my office. Okay, we did our combat. We leveled up. We just leveled up at the end of last session. World map travel. You're now ready to explore the world map. Get all 12 of the active travel cards, travel 1 through 12, and place them face down. Let's go do that. Which one has travel? You have travel. Travel cards. And we want 1 through 12. Boom. And place them face down. Get out the 3 travel tokens and place them colored side up. Oh boy. We need travel tokens. I don't know where that's going to go. So I'll put the travel deck right there. Travel tokens. Let's figure out what those look like. I hope that I haven't lost too much stuff to toddler and other child entering the room. Ooh, those look like travel tokens. Mostly based on the fact that there are 3 unique tokens. Let's punch those out. Let's see a random person's face as a token. Don't know what that is. Oh, these are not the travel tokens. These are something completely different. I'll put these tokens over here. That's on me. Travel tokens. You know what? I don't actually need headphones right now, do I? Just hang up our headphones. Boom. What does a travel token look like? It has a pack, a feather, or the rose thing. Where might those be? Oop. Mike just collapsed under the weight. Hold, please. Okay. So I don't see the travel tokens in the punch board. Unless I am blind, which is a distinct possibility. I see a bunch of traps. I see gear. Huh. Maybe on this one, just not where I'm expecting? No, I can say with some certainty that our punch boards do not have those tokens. Ugh. Let's keep looking. Special little bag. Just for these. things I should have looked into beforehand. Okay. Oh, because these are nice tokens. Nice, thick wooden tokens. Very nice. And place them colored side up. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And these represent hunger, morale, and scent of direction. If one or more travel tokens are exhausted, you cannot enter unexplored face-down hexes. Sort of makes sense. The most important rule when traveling is have fun. The second most important rule is you may only travel to an adjacent hex as long as there is a connecting terrain icon. These are the 7 terrain icons. There's road, plains, forest, tall grass, mountain, water, and snow. Travel consists of choosing where to travel by placing the party token on the space between hexes, drawing a travel card, resolving the travel card, possibly exhausting a travel token, or paying a speed cost to keep it from becoming exhausted. If the hex is unexplored, revealed by flipping it over, placing the party token on the new hex. I read through that very quickly, but an important note there. You do a travel token even between explored hexes. You're going to stack the deck and do some predetermined traveling to learn how the system works. Take 1, 11, and 12 from the travel deck and place them on top in order with TRV 1 on top. Alright. So I assume 1, then 11, then 12? Sounds good. You'll be using these 3 cards with the examples. Normally the travel deck is shuffled and you don't know what you'll encounter. So this is back to the tutorial nature of the tutorial. They take some of the randomness out of it by having you not actually shuffle decks and not actually roll dice. Although, they did tell me to shuffle a deck and then promptly tell me that I won't be needing it. Which was a little silly. It's time to leave the Exiles camp. Good. Take the travel action. Huh. Just they keep listing these different actions you can take, and I don't know how I'm supposed to know these. Like, the problem with the quick start is sometimes they skip some of those little details. Well, whatever. So we want to move to hex D2. So we are here. D2 would be over here, and there is a symbol here, a road connecting out this way. So we can put our little party tracker right on there. And note that the terrain you're traveling on from hex E2 to hex D2 is road terrain. Yes, it had a little sign. It's much too small for... Ooh, wait, actually, you know what? Hold on just a minute. Oh, no, they're not easy to get back out once you punch them in. Okay. Draw the top card of the travel deck, TRV1. Confirmed, that's TRV1 right there. I did simple instructions correctly. Locate the terrain type you're traveling on, road. Read the flavor text and the rules text below that. You're so hungry. You need to take a break and eat some food. Hunger. Each exile pays 1 speed, then... This card? What does that mean? If you don't pay, go to famished. Oh, I guess flip this card. Yes, obviously. Oh, discard this card. That's also important. Okay. So, tutorial wants us to spend a speed each. And and then this goes to the discard pile. If you don't pay, go to famished. So let's put this right here. And then famished says exhaust this token and then discard it. If it's already exhausted, the hunger token, go to starving. And in starving, we add a copy of THR 90 to the bottom of the threat deck, which I assume makes us worse in combat because the threat deck is the enemy's ability to attack us. But we just get to discard this because we paid. And now we get to keep moving because our tokens are not exhausted. We get to enter an unexplored hex. And in this case, we get to reveal it. Push it on the right side of the hex. I'm going to move us back there to that. Pop the left side of the hex up. Okay. So we have Raggle Junction, which I remember lore-wise we heard about in the last session. And looks like we have several roads. This is something of a crossroads, surprisingly. And there's also a plains path up here and tall grass down there. So you know we're going to catch Pokemon down here. Sorry, pals down there. Anyways, we get to go there. What I don't see here is any sort of actual connection. Can I get this back out? Or is this stuck forever? Okay, I may have popped it in so it's stuck forever. Good for me. The travel action is now complete. Okay. The new hex Raggle Junction doesn't contain any pointers to interact with. Not every hex on the world map contains pointers. It does, however, contain terrain icons on each of its edges, so you can travel in any direction from this hex. And we had several quests we could have done. I remember them mentioning Raggle Junction. Take the travel action. Since we're not in combat, we can just do that again. And we're going to choose to move to hex E1, which is up here. Which we could have just gone to initially, I guess, but tutorial said no. Computer says no. And because we are between the hexes, we have to do another travel. We are in the plains terrain. That's with the little flower icon, if you caught that before it disappeared. So we're going to get our cutting wind from TRV 11. And the plains is, of course, this part, which is bad for us. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Let's get this into frame. Frustrated, each exile pays 1 speed and then discards this card. And if you don't pay, go to Downhearted, which exhausts this and possibly puts us into Miserable. Oh boy. So, we still have speed. You must choose to pay. Choose not to pay the cost with the tutorial. So because I choose not to pay, this gets flipped over. That's our morale. Exhaust the travel token shown on the card, morale, then discard this card. Since Hex E1 is unexplored, now reveal it and... What? You cannot enter unexplored hexes. I'm confused. Oh, okay. Different language in this little tooltip here. Or little tutorial tip. One of the travel tokens is now exhausted, so you can no longer choose to travel to an unexplored hex until it's refreshed. We still get to go here and explore this hex. We complete our movement. That's important. We just don't get to continue on from here. Before I punch it in, let's give a little preview for the camera. These are the Northern Plains, and unfortunately, there's nothing going on here either. We have 2 plains connections and 2 road connections. And we are now there. This area kind of sucks, I'll be honest. The new Hex Northern Plains also doesn't contain any pointers to interact with. There are terrain icons connecting northwest to Hex D1 and southeast to Hex F1, but you can't travel there because at least one of the travel tokens is exhausted. You cannot enter unexplored hexes while any travel tokens aren't exhausted. Travel back to the Exiles camp and rest in order to refresh the tokens. Take the travel action and choose that one down there. Where the Exile camp is. The terrain you're traveling from is plains. Draw the top card of the travel deck and locate the plains terrains. We get number 12 here. It certainly says TRV12 to me. And plains is the flower. So once again, we have a morale hit, or at least a potential morale hit. We made bad decisions. Let me tell you what. Low spirits again. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Frustrated, even though you've already exhausted the morale feather travel token, you still get to choose. Each exile pay 1 speed or go to downhearted. At this time, you can use skills or items in order to gain speed. Pay this cost. Go ahead and do that. Spend a cube marker from that sack and one zip. Huh. I don't actually need to do that, though. Everybody's at least 1 speed left. So I'm not going to worry about that part of the tutorial. I know they want to teach me how to refresh cost items, like the potion and the pack, which is over here. Oh, off camera. There we go. The potion, still off camera, and the pack right here have a cost to refresh their cubes, their usage cubes. I'm not going to do that right now, maybe. We're going to find out. So we pay the frustrated cost. We get to keep moving to the camp. We're doing great. Travel action is now complete. And you don't want to make you don't want to do the very bottom one, because that can make your future encounters more difficult, according to this quick start guide. Excuse me. A little help. There was an NPC in the Exiles camp that you didn't talk to last time. Let's go talk to him now. We take the enter location action for Big Zero. So we get to move our travel deck out of the way again. I suppose I can just put it away. Why not? Put our travel deck away. Move our world map because we're entering the location. Don't need it. Get out our location map, and there's an NPC. And there's also a cave up here somewhere. There's an NPC right here that we never talked to. So we're going to do that now. We have our people. We start on the border where the hex is. And we're both going to go near this person to talk to them. And I sneeze. Luckily, I got the mute button done in time. Don't place the event token on it. Place the map side up in the play space, and all players place their miniature as close as possible to the hex E2 pointer. Move adjacent to NPC 161, which is this person right here. And take the interact action. So we need an NPC, we need 161. Gotta find it in my card box here. 163, 161. We read the A card because we have not done the change to this NPC yet. Kestasin? I want to say Kestasin. Kestasin? Alright. Elven Man. Inquisitive. Actions. Sketch maps. Ooh, maps. An elf sits cross-legged in the grass as he sketches in his leather-bound journal. You can tell by his pin that he's on the path of inspiration. Which one was that? I don't remember. That may have been the wizard? Greetings, fellow guildmate. I am Kestasin. If you're looking for something or someone, I might be able to help you locate what you're looking for. We can ask about the guild or locate. I don't think we need to ask about the guild. Let's locate. Yes, we need to locate something. Don't know what. Indeed, I practice the art of scrying. Using the maps of the region I chart, I'm able to determine the locations of people or items of import. I just charge a small fee for my services. We can pay a unit of money, to scry. Choose a key card you have, then draw event 526. Kestasin will discern where on the map you need to take it. Okay. The tutorial says not to scry anything. So I guess we're not going to do that yet. Okay, let's talk about the guild then. Ah, don't get the wrong idea. I'm part of the guild, but I'm not on the hunt for squills. Thades lets me tag along to work as cartographer. Cartographer? Sorry, there's a weird sound I hear. I'm an exile like you, but I have no desire to return home. I'm happy traveling with the guild to new regions and mapping out all the lands I travel to. Oh, somebody gets a lore point. Sorry, an RP point. I should have specified who was, quote, reading before I started. I did not. That's on me. We're gonna do my. We're gonna do the ranger. I'm often gonna pretend that the cleric is the first one to do stuff in a location, so the ranger will be the first one to read. And there's a weird, like, whispering, like a fan whisper, not a person. Somewhere in this room. Just kicked on. Okay. Cool. I guess you're an interesting person. I don't know, man. So we put this NPC back into the box. Back into the box with you. Oh boy, putting him back in the proper location is going to be important, but difficult. Just a moment, just a moment. 161 goes right here. And we're going to put him in a different orientation so we know we've already gotten the RP point out of him. Move to the hex E2 pointer and take the leave location action Okay. So we go back here, and then we go leave. We're on an adventure, I guess. And then we can clean up all these tiles. And the NPC. And all the other stuff. I guess that's cool. Let's take a moment to explain the day deck. The day deck is used to track the passage of time over the course of your campaign. When you get to the end of the current day deck, you'll be instructed to add the next day card to the deck, then remake it. Get all 3 of the active day cards and assemble the day deck. Day is this one. And the day cards are near the very back. And there are not a lot of them, as you can imagine. Haha. Ensuring day 1, day 2, and day 3 cards are face down in sequential order with day 1 on top. Interact with POI 1, that should be nearby on the table, and take the rest town action. POI 1, right here. Oh, that's 0. 1. Yes. And take the rest town action. So we draw a day card. Ta-da! Oh, it's a beautiful day. Do. It is a wonderful day for adventuring. You feel the sunshine warm you as a gentle breeze caresses your face. No special rules. Resting at the guild is free, but it doesn't remove exhaustion cards from the threat deck. Other towns cost K in order to rest, but will remove exhaustion cards. That's good to know. Draw a day card, read it, then discard it. Ooh. Got a nice fancy back. I guess the passage of time. And then we discard that. Oh, I don't know how, but here we are. Each party member restores their HP, MP, and speed to full. I mean, we were already basically there because we just leveled up. Yes. Should your health be at 4? Oh, it should. Very nice. Congrats. The ranger's health is at 2. 2. We also refresh all of our travel tokens and take the travel discard pile and add it to the travel deck, then shuffle it and place it face down. Refresh all the travel tokens, place them colored side up. The rest action is now over and a new day has begun. So I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to find our travel cards again. It is important to note that I should have maintained my discard pile between, or for the whole thing. So until you rest, you will not re-encounter the exact same travel card. I guess unless you run out. Often the first time you draw a day card, it will instruct you to follow special rules such as adding a new card to the travel deck. This only occurs the first time that day card is drawn. Subsequent times, you will ignore those rules. Very cool. We also need to do this, I guess. I'm not supposed to see the text. Maybe in the future. Congratulations! You've completed the quick start guide for Arydia. You now should have a general understanding of how Arydia is played. Immediately after taking a rest action, you can save your game, returning everything to the box. If you'd like to end your session now, you can look up Save Load on page 34 in the rulebook. You're ready to head out on your own adventures, exploring the world map and hunting for squills. You don't need to look anything else up right now, but there are some rules you'll need to look up in the rulebook as you encounter them in the campaign. Chests, combat terms, defeat, difficulty levels, dossiers, drop in, drop out, job type, job cards. Ooh, job cards. My mind immediately went to Final Fantasy style jobs, and they might be talking about like quests. Large foes, limit break. That's a very Final Fantasy term. Partially explored locations, piercing damage, reset / green legacy, retrain, save loads, sell items, soundtrack, squills, stash, targeting large foes, traversable, untraversable. Okay, we don't have the Epic Hunt expansion, which is what they mentioned at the very end of this. But that's the game. We are now ready to actually play the game. I have our travel deck shuffled. We have our tokens back, so we can do exploration of the world map. I do need to check out this. Anything else I can do? I can't level up. Retrain, train, leftovers, smithy. We don't need to repair anything, so I think... Right. I do need to put some cubes out for the rest. Because I actually did refresh some things when I rested. Just looking around for any more. We're good. Okay. I think we leave the Exiles camp. I'm going to keep my travel deck handy and my day deck handy. Actually, the day deck I'm going to put away for the moment. Just checking which side is up or down for convenience later. Let's put away our day deck. I did want to check. So, Guild Leader Thales talked about several quests. Gotta remember what they were. Okay. So, the pest reported near Raggled Junction. Take the path west and then head north once you've hit the main roast. So let's get out our board again, which is what we're going to do. We're going to do some exploration today. I think west and then north. Yeah. Could get us to a quest. Felsford Village is nearby. Just head north across the plains and you'll be at the gates. Clearly not. We have this here to the north, and there's no Felsborn village there. The guild has job boards in all the villages and towns. Okay, for money. I think we go with the pests first, just because it's the first one in order. Let's go do it. Thank you, Thades. You're a true friend. Ish. So we need to travel. You know, I guess we could travel here and then go to here from there, because then we have options. I like having options. We need to do a travel encounter. Dripping rain. This is plains, which we lucked out. We chose wisely. Your spirits are high as you travel along. We just discard this. Boom. We get here, and then we're going to travel along this road. Turned around. You pass this way easily because we're on a road. Nothing happens. Kind of feeling like we made the right call here. So let's explore this tile. The Winding Shore. And, before I push it in. At the Winding Shore, we have tile medium 1, if that'll ever focus. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There's also a couple of routes to leave this place, but we wanted to go to medium 1 to take care of some pests. We got a job to do, we're gonna do it well. Let us put away stuff we're not using. And get out the things we need to use, like medium 1. We're doing the enter location action. Put away all these tiles we don't need at the moment. Probably slot in a lot easier if I didn't have other things on top of it. That's on me. Okay, we don't need the world map. And what do we get? A small house. You see a small cottage, smoke coming from the chimney. It appears peaceful, but you feel apprehensive as you approach. Interesting. Flip this over. And we came from hex D1. So we're entering here. The cleric took the last first turn, so I'll have the ranger do this one. And there's an event right here. And a transition to small 1. Let's go do the event first. Event 210. Bam, I flipped right to it. Awesome. Thunder. Boom noise. High, shrill scream. Ah! Lightning strikes not far off, and the peal of thunder is startling. You hear a blood-curdling scream coming from the nearby cottage. A shiver runs down your spine. You don't like this omen. What terrors await inside? So we add TRV 16 to the bottom of the travel discard pile, and then discard this, well, inactive discard. TRV 16. Banish this card. It's not inactive. I think it's banish. TRV 16. Did I make a mistake coming here? So we add it to the bottom of the discard pile. I'm not going to look at it if I can help it. There we go. Speaking of that, we don't actually need that out right now. Pick it up like this so I can get it back out later without looking at anything and knowing which ones are in the discard. And then the event is done. A little bit frightening though. Let's go to this transition to small 1. And this looks like it's a doorway of some sort. I'm excited to see this because this looks like they're basically going to reveal the roof of this place or open up the roof, you know? That's a cool way to do this. Inside the small house, light pours in through the kitchen window as a fire burns merrily on the hearth. The scent of fresh baked bread wafts across the room. A woman looks up nervously as you enter. Okay. Boom. See, now, this is not a perfect system, but that is a very clever way to handle this. I like that a lot. And we're going to go talk to this woman. Once again, it is the ranger who is um, first playering, leading this particular location. So the cleric is considered to be reading if there are any RP points to gain. There's also a staircase down to the basement, which we'll explore later. We need NPC 3. We're going to have a quick chat with our friend, NPC 3. Vera Odell. Human woman. She's scared and she bites her nails. A young woman is here fretting about something. Oh, sorry for the scream. You must be from the guild. I asked them to send somebody to help me remove these pests. I'm afraid I don't have any squills, but I can still give you a reward. Let's ask about the scream. That seems important. Well, I didn't mean to startle you. I was in here fretting about those horrible beasts when, boom! I'll be okay, really, if you just get rid of those pests. Okay, let's talk about these pests. What's going on? The beasts! I've trapped them in the cellar. If you can kill their leader and bring me proof, I'd be happy to reward you. What do you mean, leader? I feel like that's a topic of conversation that should have been on this card. What do you mean, leader? we're missing some information. I am very loud right now, apparently. Sorry. It turned down my gain. I thought I had it turned down. I guess it's up. I'm going to turn it down just slightly in here. See if that helps. Okay. Well, what's the reward? Since it's not squills, which is what we need for the guild. I don't have any squills, but if you help me out, I have some delicious home-baked goods. It does sound pretty great. Not gonna lie. No idea what these squills are or why I would want them, but home-baked goods, that's a very tangible thing. Alright, Vera. Let's do this. I'm going to keep her card out as I explore the next tile. We're going to go into the basement, which is small 2. Ranger still leading. Sorry, path of wandering, I should say. Into the cellar. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the dark. The cellar feels damp, probably due to the dirt floor. A slightly acrid smell is coming from the passage that twists away to the left. So when you have a basement like this, or a cave, or any sort of staircase, it's a detached map. It doesn't slot on like the house did. That said, let's see. So small 1 is the stairs. This connects to long 1. Okay. So we are here. We're gonna go boop, 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 over to long 1. Hey, this is our first long tile. I'm excited. It's a nice long box. All right. What do you got for me? The musty passage. Around the corner, the cellar continues down a narrow passage. The musty smell of rodents fills the air. You see red eyes and sharp claws emerge from the shadows. Okay, how does this connect? This is small 2? Oh, okay. So we're about to enter combat because this connects like that. It looks like that might be the easiest way to continue the map. We need faux 4, faux 4, faux 4, faux 4. Okay. Combat. They have 5 cards for foe 4. Most of them are Rabid Rat. Yikes. We need to have this in play. So this is our track, which I'm going to put right at the top edge so it's easy to track, or to see, to track. Track the track. We have our Rabid Rats. A red-eyed rat squeaks here, froth dribbling from between its teeth. Okay. And we're going to put, for the moment, all 4 of the rats down here. Oops. And then they have their attack card right there, which you can't really see from your distance. And then we need to get out the figures for this. Oops. Figure box 1. So I do need to give a funny story. I was very wrong. Before, I was like, it's a shame that there's no way to look at the figures in here without just opening up the whole box. And I was very wrong because there's a flap. You open up the flap, and there's little slots for each foe in this box. We need figure 4. This is once again a very clever design. I don't know how practical it is, but I'm enjoying it. We have our 4 rats. We need to give them colored bases so that we can track their health correctly. I see green, brown, blue, and reddish. Oh, that's pink. That's pink. Boom. This is also, I think, a good design. You have these little colored bases that just slot onto the figures. Boom. We have a rat right here. That's probably very close to the mic. Sorry about that. We have a rat right here. I'm actually going to put them in this order here. Make it easy on myself. And then completely forget that that's what I'm doing and put things in the wrong spot. Okay. Yeah, we're ready to start combat. Nope, not quite. We need the threat deck. Threat is over here. Where did the threat deck? Oh, I never put it away. We have our dice and our threat deck, which I need to shuffle. Oh my gosh. Ban. Love getting spam first thing in the morning. And by that I mean late at night, because it's late at night. So now, if I recall correctly, combat is going to be one of us, then one of them. I'm going to look that up again. Because which one of them gets to go? Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if they go in that order. Does it say which one spawns where? Oh, this should be 2. 1, 3, 4. Okay. The other 2 were correct. Oh, there's something about starting position. I'll have to remember. I'll have to go look that up. Okay, we have our threat deck. I'm going to go quickly grab the quick start guide again to remember how combat works. All right. Okay, so this should be an X. Maybe? Hold on. Okay, we need to actually pull up the combat example guides again, which is okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was an X, but it could also be that because this is where we entered, that's just where we're going to be standing, and that is also cool. I almost knocked my thing off of the table. That would have been less cool. All right. We start with foes going first, and we have... You draw a threat card. And we start with this. This is number 1, the green rat. Let's see what happens. Boss or 2 threats. So, they gain 2 threat because these are all mob enemies. They are not bosses. And do any of them have, like, armor or anything? No. They do have slightly different hit grids, though, which is interesting. Speaking of hit grids, I would like to take out the hit markers and have those handy. Boom. So let's see what's going on here. Their turn is now resolved, so we can do our ranger. We can mark an enemy to be able to do more damage to them. I don't think we need to. These guys have 2 health, and if I... Oh, sorry, 3 health. Yeah. Is there any way that my ranger could kill any of these in 1 hit? And I don't think that's a possibility. but I don't need to. So my bow has a range of 3 or 4, but not adjacent, and everything is cardinal directions or orthogonal. There are no diagonal counts. So if I wanted to shoot I can shoot from here at rat number 1. I kind of want to hit rat number 2 though, who is already 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I could just shoot the rat a couple times and hope to kill it before it gets a turn. Because that's the nearest one. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I roll my bow, which is an endurance check. I have a d20 here. I'm going to try not to be too loud. My endurance is +2. So this is d20 +2. I rolled a 19. Keeping that in one of the cameras at all times so that everyone can see I rolled a 19. Which means I not only get my white... no, yeah, I'll pull this up again. It's been a while since we went over combat rules. Because I rolled at least a 12. Well, because I rolled at least a 2, I get my white attack. Because I rolled at least a 12, I get to continue with a gray attack. So let's go. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I'll tell you what's interesting in just a second. Let's do some damage. So we have this brown rat, and I have to come in from the top. I'm going to come in from this side over here. I get to place a damage there for my white level attack, the basic hit. This is on a weak spot, and because it's a weak spot, we add a threat. Next up, I go down and add a hit here. And because I crossed over this crit line, I also get to add a damage here. And this rat is now dead. Just like that. That was easy. And also, like, super cool. And we put our basic attack on the bow. Very cool. What's up next? Right. Okay. So, my very cool plan. This rat has a hit down here. No, that's not going to work. Oh, that's so close to working. If I could do that direction with my hunting knife, I could one-shot that rat as well, but I don't have that option. Instead, my hunting knife comes from the bottom right and goes up to the top left. So that's not going to work, unfortunately. I could just attack the rat that's right in front of me. Or I could 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a wall. I can't shoot through that. I could reposition. -3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I can get to there, I can shoot the blue rat. That's so close to the blue rat, though. I think we let the blue rat come to us, and I try to attack this green rat. No, okay. Cursed with indecision. I'm going to attack the blue rat. Alright, so let's do a move action as a basic or a minor action. And our move is 3 points, yes? Yeah, 3, and we gain a combo. So we go 1, 2, 3. Was that close enough? That wasn't close enough, was it? So we spend one of our speed to go an additional 2. We only need 1 though to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's perfect range. We shoot the blue rat. We once again roll d20 plus 2. That time, try not to change anything about the die. We rolled an 11, which gives us a 13 overall, which again is enough for both hits. This one's not going to be quite as cool. We're attacking the blue rat. We go 1, 2, and once again we increase threats. Ka-chow. We're going to figure out what limit break does for the foes at some point. Interesting. And that is the end of... Sorry. That goes there. That is the end of my actions. Let's move on to the foes, who get to do number 3. Well, you know what? I just realized I don't know who's going to activate. It's not an in-order thing like that. Boss or X, where X is the number of exiles in the party, so they threat 2 again. Uh-oh. That's, I'm going to have to look up what limit break is real quick. Yikes. Now we get to do our cleric. What should we do? I think we're going to do a basic move. Go 1, 2, 3. And we gain a combo from that. And then I'm going to attack with my practiced staff. So this is a strength check. My strength is +0, so I'm just rolling a d20. 1. Check fails cannot be increased. Cool. Cool. Is there anything else that happens on a natural 1? Let's go look it up. Where'd the quick start rules go? Uh-oh. Did they disappear? Oh, they're there. They were hiding. Roll a natural 1 and check. That check automatically fails and cannot be increased. You may still use an ability that allows you to reroll the check. Oh, okay, and then a natural 20 gives us extra bonuses, so we just fail. That's all that happens. Ouch. That was 1 attack. I'm going to use another attack. Got a 14 this time. What do I do with a 14? I get both hits. This is only green rat. This is not actually that impressive. Okay. My attack pattern has to come from the top and then go to the right. So I'm going to hit that one so I don't increase the threat again, ideally. That said, we got to pull up the actual rule book for a minute so that we can figure out what happens on a limit break, which is, quite frankly, going to happen. Light. Valor. Oh, Path of Inspiration is the Bard? Potentially? I think Path of Inspiration is the Bard. Either way. Limit break is on 23. When threat is 7 after a foe or exile turn, resolve the following effects. This may result in consecutive foe activations. +1 power token. Add 1 power token, use a wear token to represent the power token, to each foe AI card currently in play. All foes then activate as if an all foes threat card were drawn, spending threat normally. Ooh, that's actually a good point. How does AI activate multiple models? Does it spend threat for the whole crew? I think so. I believe so. Borders, positional grids, area abilities, target details. Okay. Okay. Continuing to search for this information. If the threat card matches a foe type that's still on the map, those foes will activate. Look at the current level of threat and the foe's AI card to determine which behavior is chosen. Foes will always use the most expensive behavior that they can pay for with that threat. So the threat is spent on the behavior, then all foes for that card will activate, resolving the chosen behavior. Yes, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, and just looking at what power tokens did. I think we're good to continue. Putting stuff on the keyboard is definitely a risk, but here we are. Right. Let's see what the AI does. I'm hoping they activate. They gain 2 threat. Which means they all gain a power token. One who's left alive, that is. Boom. Boom. I suppose I could just put 1 on the AI card itself. You know, I'm going to do that. Boom. That's quite a bit easier for me. Don't need to get out multiple things. And then they activate as if all foes threat card were drawn. Okay. So now they're all going to activate. And because they have so much threat, they get to do a move 5 frenzy. And they have a symbol I've never seen. That is their targeting ability. Let's figure out what it means. What is the AI targeting list? to target the foe's targeting priority for this behavior. Target that will allow the attack to hit the most exiles. Consider the foe's ability type, foe's movement, creature positions, and the map. Hit the most exiles, because it has an area attack that it's doing. So I'm going to lift this up for close cam. Here we go. So they're doing a frenzy. They want to hit as many people as possible. They have a move of 5, and they hit everything orthogonally adjacent to them. So let's resolve that. Starting with this green one, who can go 1, 2, and attack both of us. Here's the good question. Okay, so it wants the fewest movement points to get there. 1, 2 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll move here, even though that could block off attacks from its teammates. And the frenzy attack means it's attacking both of my people. There's a base 2 attack, +1 for the power, because they already got their limit break. Speaking of which, they're spending 3 on this. Let's put the threat back down, shall we? That seems prudent. What die do they use? This is the yellow. Yes, the yellow die. It says right there. So they're likely to hit our feet and legs and hands. That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's see what they target. Legs. Legs. So both of my adventurers, both my exiles, are going to take 3 damage to the legs. Pretty sure that's how that works. Let me check if area of effect attacks do multiple die rolls. For targeting, for movement, large foes, for attacks. Hit die. The hit die is only rolled 1 time regardless of the number of targets hit by the attack. Love when things are answered just like that. This is 3 damage, by the way. Let's put a wear token on these practice pants, and oof, already dead. This is gonna be good. Oh boy. And then hold on. My cleric also takes 3 damage. I need my wear tokens, and I need to remember. I'm pretty sure the armor can only trigger once, even though it can block 2 times. It only triggers once in this attack, leaving me in a position where my legs are at risk. Ow, my legs. I should leave this open as well. And I also take 2. I'm not dead. So there's some hope. And now we have this rat right here activating next. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can, in fact, get to my ranger, who's already dead. That means that he's not a target, yes? This is our second attack and our first one that is, sorry, our second combat and our first one that's not part of our tutorial. So if you're wondering why I'm looking things up every single time, that's why. Foes will not target you for attacks. Hey, turns out dying was the right choice. Why not just die? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means he can't get to my cleric. And this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least they're all just right here now. There's that. It's the little victories. Oh boy. And then we go to the next turn. So, what do you do while you're at 0 hit points? Okay. So we're in a situation now where I should not have charged in. Is the answer to that question. I should have taken care of the things immediately around me and then left it well enough alone. So if I surge, I get a turn, yes? Okay. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be lying down like this. So I can surge. They say wear a token on my character. That wouldn't matter. That would just be more wear. Okay. Yeah, we need to do something because there's just too many enemies. They're gonna kill the cleric real quick. So what do? We get our full turn, but we're still KO'd. KO'd. And there's still so many rats. Gotta attack what we can. Yeah, that's all we can do. Try to keep our cleric alive for one more hit. I mean, the cleric can surge to heal themselves. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be in a bad position. Yeah, we're gonna be in a bad position. Let's not knife. My odds of hitting with the knife are very low. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're gonna knife. We're gonna target the blue rat. We just need to get one hit. I need to roll a 2 or higher dex roll. Come on, you. Okay. I don't even need these tokens right now. Interference, we saw nothing. Okay. For the camera people at home, that's my second one. I'm gonna roll one more time. See if I'm cursed. I rolled a 3. Oh, I do have a dex of 1. Okay. What am I doing? I can chip potion myself. It's a minor action. Okay. We're fine. I rolled a 3. I get to do at least 1 damage to this blue rat. It dies. Okay. Okay, we're all good here. As a minor action, I'm going to potion to heal myself for 1, which means my surge totally worked. We're all good here. Blue rat defeated. Now I gotta kill this green rat. And I can't because my knife doesn't hit like that. But that's okay, because I don't really want to give them threat either. So let's roll for knife. I, I'm not going to roll here. Hold on. What is happening? Is this die cursed? There, now is an 18. Oh boy, that felt like a lot of blatant cheating, but I just rolled like 4 1s in the span of 2 minutes. That was ridiculous. 18 against Green Rat. I'm going to go ahead and hit the space right there. Oh, you know what? Yes, we will mark. And then we'll spend an MP to just hit the last space. Which, yes, gives them a threat, but also just takes out yet another foe. And that feels very important to me. Because the mark lets me just deal a direct damage to any slot I want. I have so many ones. What can man do against such reckless ones? Actions are done. It's now time for the rats after I clear out that last enemy. Please just give like one threat. Oh, of course not. We activate the mob, which is the rats. They have more than 3 threat, so they do a frenzy. He comes right on in here and attacks both of us. He rolls the yellow die. Attacking legs again. This is 3 damage. Now, unfortunately, because he attacked legs and not feet, my Rix the Plucky Fellish Scout cannot even block this and just falls dead again. Well, KO'd again. And oh, yikes. Hold on. When do we get defeated technically? At the end of a player turn. Okay, I think we're fine. This is rough. What a way to just toss you into the deep end. Yikes. Right. I put another wear token on my Gambison. And I fall to 0 HP. Sounds good. Rough. Rough. Yes, we're both currently down. Oh no. But that's the end of the enemy turn. I'm going to go ahead and surge my cleric. I stand up. I'm going to... Oh, that's only per rest. Don't want to gain 2 combo as a rest action. Sorry, yes, gain 2 combo as a rest. For my rest cube. Well, first thing I want to do is put a minor action on my practice kit. Yeah. Sorry. Put a minor action on my practice kits. I'm going to make a wisdom +2 check to try and restore health to Rix the Plucky Fellish Scout. This is a cocked die, but it was going to be a 17, which you update to a 19. Thereby restoring 2 health using one of our charges. Boom, boom. You can stand back up. We're out of surges, though, until the end of this combat. I believe it's once per combat we can do that. Or not like once per rest? Once per combat. Which is probably relevant. We're gonna die again. Okay, what do I do next? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna pay the cube to gain 2 combo. And then I just want to see what this does. As a normal action, we pay 4 combo. I get to use the ability immediately. There's a cost on this side, though, that I'm curious about. Do I have to pay it the first time I use it? The Eureka moment. If the mastery requirement has the Eureka icon, you get an instantaneous one-time benefit. When mastered, you may immediately use the skill as a reaction without paying any costs. Sweet. Oh, okay. So, one exile gains a 3 move. Another exile, same or the different one, gains a 3 move. And we gain a combo. So I'll gain the combo now. I'm going to have you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm going to have you run away. So that when this rat eats my corpse, we can still recover. You can shoot this rat. Yes, now we can't get just frenzied. Good. Then I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack. And this is a strength plus 0. I rolled an 8. It's right there. And with an 8, I get to do 1 hit. Coming from the top. So let us hit the not threat zone. I'm tired of giving these guys threat. Just tired of it. And that's it. And then I go, I fell down. Oh, I forgot I was going to fall down at the end of my turn because I don't have any health. I kind of ignored that. It's probably fine. Probably fine. Oh, the rats get to go. And they draw boss or X, where X is the number of exiles in the party, which is 2. So they gain 2 threats. And now we have my ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I do a move and go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And we get a combo for the minor move. I'm going to do staggering shots. To master, as a normal action, while a foe you can see is at exactly 2 or 5 range, we pay 2 combo. And then I have a Eureka moment. I get to use this immediately. And this is a normal action. Make a basic bow attack with plus or minus 1 range. If it hits, shift the foe up to 1 square or 2 squares instead if marked. They're not marked. So, I get to just move them. That's a little bit strong, I guess. That could be strong. It's a basic bow attack with range plus or minus 1. So because they're at 5 range, I get to use my practice bow. That's good. Which normally has a max range of 4. I get to do 5 here. And we are going to roll for damage. Endurance plus 2 for the bow. That's a 7. And what does my bow do? It comes from the top as well. Of course it does. Of course it does. I might just, like, run away. Right, so from the top, I apply damage here. I think I'm discovering that my strategy was bad. It was. That's not what I'm discovering. I'm discovering that while my strategy was bad, I could have improved it by not getting close. Because if the enemies move but don't attack, they still suspend that threat. So you kind of wear them down moving and then attack them when they come to you, which is just a general strategy anyways, and I should have just done that from the beginning, but here we are. So I could shift the foe in order to shoot it again, because I do have one more action. Is that a thing that I want to do? Or do I want to leave it and let it come to me? I'm going to push it. And I have one more action. That's awkward. Is there anything I can do with one more action? No, not really. I think I just put it on my movement to gain a combo and go like one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah. They cannot hit me if I'm standing here. Cool. All done. Monster turn. They gain a threat. One threat. And now it's my cleric's turn, who is just KO'd, so nothing happens there. And now it's the monster turn again. Pretty sure I'm doing that right. Mob or X? Well, we have a mob enemy, so they activate, they spend 3 to do their frenzy, and they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, nom nom, I'm gonna eat you. And I say, not today, death. I just need to hit one time. Can I hit one time? Just one time. Back to us, and it's the ranger's turn, and I go basic move. 1, 2, and then I attack with my bow. Endurance +2. Yes, d20 +2. That is a 10. And with a 10 +2 is a 12. I get both hits. I don't need both hits. I only need the one hit left on this rat. It dies. Thank goodness. That was not a good fight for me. Right, dead. We are back to adventure. We remove these tokens. Do I auto heal to 1 at the end of a combat, or do I have to do a healing thing? All stats remain as they were, so I'm just still KO'd. Interesting. Can I use my healing items at this point? Because I'm pretty low on health at 0. Let's go find out. KO'd combat mode. Yes, this is all interesting. Where is combat ends? There we go. Adventure KO'd on page 15. Ooh, there's a special section for it? That's nice. Or weird. I don't know. Hard to tell. Any may choose to reposition themselves, use skills, drink potions, etc. in order to heal. Okay. So we can use stuff to heal for free. Well, not for free. We still spend cubes if we need to. Which we are, well, very low on at this point. Yikes. Well, okay, no, this is fine. So what I do... No, I drop a token on the floor. Noises. It was just out of reach. That was awkward. I'm going to spend... my last hit cube to a wisdom check, which is +2. I got 10, which is enough to heal for 1. Not ideal. Then I can spend a mana to refresh all the cubes on 1 kit. And then I'm strongly considering doing that again. Okay, and then we get sorry. Then we get quest or the combat rewards. So what we're learning is we need to play better. Our tactics were just garbage. But hey, it doesn't matter. We each get an experience point. Just 1 for that combat? Oh, yikes. We also get... Oh, I forget how combat rewards work. We get 2 to 9. Okay. Rolls 1 non-attribute check. Oh, okay. I'm not going to roll the cursed green die. That thing rolls so many 1s. 18. Try not to change the face as I show this camera to show it's legit 18. With an 18 on this card, we gain 2 of the monies. Sweet. And we get to decide who gets the money. I don't really know who. Oh. Let's have 1 here and then another one for the ranger, since the ranger has all of the pay to refresh items. I'll be honest, I was really hoping for more. More reward. That was a tough fight. Yes, we are going to spend another charge from my kit to trying to heal yet further. This is a wisdom +2. 16. Right there. Upping that to 18 is enough to heal for 2 more, and that should be plenty for the time being. Great. The only question is, do I try to heal myself 1 more time and then use a mana to refresh my kit? Because that's only out of combat that I can do that. And the answer is yes. Wisdom +2. That is a 4. +2 is a 6, which is not enough to do 2 hit points, but I'm only down by 1. So I heal the full. I remove my last kit charge. I spend my last mana point to refresh all the cubes on my kit. As I prepare more bandages. So now we're back up to full health. My mana pool sucks now. But we have some... We unlock some abilities that I'm excited to use in the next combat, which is not going to happen right now. I was really hoping to do more tonight, but that was a long combat for me. So, guys. Oh, yeah, now I'll get up to 3 viewers, of course. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Unfortunately, I am... Hi. Unfortunately, I am just about to end for the night, as it is pretty late for me. But if you want to see more Arydia, this whole thing has been recorded as a video on demand, so you can go watch the recorded video. Hope you enjoy that. I will be playing more Arydia hopefully next Friday. Oh, now 4 people are watching? Oh no! Boy, what are the odds that as soon as I try to log off for the night, that's when everyone joins? Oh, I do need to leave. If you want to see more Arydia, I'm trying to stream every Friday night, and ideally Friday afternoon as well, so the nighttime slot is more likely to happen, and that starts around 10:30 p.m. United States and Canada Pacific time. The afternoon slot is 12:30 p.m. US and Canada Pacific time. The nighttime slot is more likely. I might stream in the afternoon if I have the ability to do so. It's not up to me. My tiny employers are who it's up to, and by tiny employers I mean my children. Um, Other things I do, I stream Marvel Legendary every Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Once again, US and Canada Pacific time. And I've been streaming Pal World every Monday and Wednesday afternoon at 12:30 p.m. So if you like the sound of any of those streams, come hang out. If you can't make any of those streams, don't worry. I also record everything here on Twitch as a video on demand and export it to my YouTube channel. There's a link in my Twitch channel description down below. Sorry, you can't actually see me other than my knee that's rotating back and forth. Hi. Uh, sorry, I'm kind of losing it. It's late for me. Yeah, so you can watch everything I do. It's exported to my YouTube channel. Ideally put into playlists when I can. And you can enjoy those recorded previous streams. If you are watching on YouTube, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing, and if you want to watch me play games live, I just listed the schedule, and you should come hang out. It's a chill time. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, liking, commenting, chatting, subscribing, following, and all that other good stuff you can do both here on Twitch and on YouTube, and I will see you next time.